What's up, dudes? Morning Muse, Starseed Broad reporting the news for the collective. What's up, Starseeds? I got a Starseed deck. Whoa! Here's what Spirit wants you to hear. The Great Severing. Mars and energy. Anger. Conflict. Softening to love. Then the wheel turns. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. And finally, breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So we have starseeds that have divine purposes. They have been issued divine purposes. So here's how starseed activation happened. I hear Endeavor 1 was successful. So what happened was planet Earth was vibing too low. It was too low of a vibration. And the way Spirit has always shown it to me is through my ceiling. See that grid like that? Spirit showed me one of those, like, I'm not good at math or geometry or physics or anything like that. I have a problem with numbers. But Spirit showed me like a black space in the background with a glowing, it was very like 80s Tronny, with a glowing grid. And then a ball pushing down on the grid, and it started stretching out. And the ball, and then the grid was getting all distorted as it was going down. And then all of a sudden, I heard the rip, and it ripped, and then all of a sudden, and then the grid started going, and then I heard black hole, and then I saw other balls going in. And then the message was, you stink. If you go down, we all go down. Starseed activation has occurred. And so I also channeled Earth. Yeah. Earth stinks, apparently. It's too low of a vibration. And stink can mean whatever. So starseeds got activated. And there's even more of a bigger story that will take longer to explain. 5 years ago, it was Endeavor 1, the first wave of starseed divine feminines were activated. And they went through the cleanse and getting pulled from the 3D to the 4D. And the 4D is where, the 3D is kind of like the rat race, the grind. The 4D is where you are awakened and you coexist with spirit. And it can be very scary and very trippy to get pulled when you get pulled from the 3D to the 4D if you are a starseed and you've had activation. And I will put a short little film that Spirit, like a little video, a link to one on YouTube here that Spirit likes people to watch about starseeds. So that's how strong the divine feminine is. They went through their whole activation and cleanse alone because the masculine would not be able to do it alone. 5 years later, the masculine has been activated. And at the same time the divine masculine is activated now, the second wave of divine feminines are getting activated. And 5 years from now, the second wave of divine masculines will be activated. These are all people that have big destiny missions They are some form of light workers. The people I work with are in the arts and entertainment industry. My grid, my soul family. I'm a grid leader, a lighthouse. So the arts and entertainment is the oldest form of healing. So arts and entertainment includes what you think of for arts and entertainment right away. Music, dancing. Yeah, it also includes athletics, athletes. It includes technology. Anything that has to do with arts and entertainment for the soul. Now, if you don't have a job in these specific fields, but your soul resonates with that, you're part of this group. And you may have been activated. Okay? So the pull from the 3D into the 4D can be really fucking freaky. And a lot of people won't talk about it because a bunch of people can't comprehend it. We have two kinds of people living on planet Earth right now because of evolution. We have the people that will always be in the 3D. Their mind can't conceptualize anything more than that. They haven't had the turn of the evolutionary wheel. Sometimes I talk about them as Neanderthals. And you may be the only person who has had the turn. Clan of the Cave Bear might mean something. And everyone around you is a Neanderthal. Now I hear, yeah, it's that old meme that it's like, ha ha ha, but yeah, it's kind of true. Before you diagnose yourself with depression, first make sure you're not, in fact, surrounded by assholes. So those that have had the activation, have had the awakening, all of that is you're very, very fragile. You're going through the cleanse. You are being faced to see whatever trauma you've had so that devil energy can get out of your vessel. We carry energy within us, and it can be replaced by positive energy. And you are being called upon. You've been drafted. You have to look at it like that, through a military lens. You have no choice. Your old life no longer exists. And the more you can get used to that, the easier that will be. Your mind is going to start expanding to bigger, more complicated thoughts, but things will all of a sudden unfold for you and make a lot of sense. Part of for the starseeds, for the light workers, if you are in the arts and entertainment industry, part of your personal miracle, you may have a veil from spirit over your own experience, your own love life, your own all that kind of stuff, just so you can enjoy the journey. You can learn your lessons. But spirit will start unfolding for you some of your work that you may have done a whole long time ago. That back then, it was really big. It had a significant meaning to you. Now spirit will unfold it for you, that work you did went from meaning this big to meaning this big. And now it's part of this huge big thing, and your own work is going to help heal you. And that's part of your miracle. It's very awesome in the dictionary definition of the word awesome. And sometimes with such great awesomeness feeling can come fear. It's almost too overwhelming. It's too much. If somebody had a visit from an otherworldly being, I believe you. I have had a visit from an otherworldly being. And for a long time, it was too much for me to even think about because I almost got hysterical. That's how big the shift is when you have a complete collapse of false reality and you absolutely know what the truth is. And then with these big truths, there may come a time where you get scared to tell anyone because you're afraid everybody's going to think you're crazy. So everybody is suffering and going through the cleanse and getting activated starseeds. Might be living with this impending hysterical feeling. Yeah, so here I am to tell you, I know what it feels like. This all started for me 5 years ago. And I'm here with my light, and I'm here to help you through it. The more you can understand the surrender, and the surrender means I am loving and lovable, and I am part of a bigger theme. And the more you can allow that, what is it, that vague question mark, to just be a vague question mark. You can drive yourself nuts trying to figure out what it is. And we are not there as human beings to fully comprehend what it is. But what it is loving and protective, and it wants the best for us. And sometimes we just need to get out of our own way. So I will have updates for starseeds who are going through the activation. If you've had a very trippy thing happen, anything like that, I absolutely believe you. Now breathe out. What visited me was feminine, and it was very, very loving. And I will talk about it more at a later time. But if you are at a starseed and you've been activated, yeah. Sometimes if somebody just tells you what's going on, then you can enjoy it rather than fear it. The 2 words I learned was be brave. I would tell myself that, be brave. Is this feeling I'm feeling, is it fear or is it excitement? Because I don't know, my feelings were turned off for a long time. And now they're on. I need to be brave. I've been activated by the universe. I am part of this big mission. I am no more special than anyone else. There's a whole bunch of other people that were activated for this mission because we have had the turn of the evolutionary wheel and we can comprehend. All right, so there's the message for now. It's all getting very, very good.